So we'll move to the methimylic acid, methimyl or ibotonic acid treatment. Standard decontamination, support of airway and hemodynamic with the standard measures can be taken. If the things are life-threatening, anticholinergic effect has been produced, go for a physostigmine with a slow IVVP over 5 minutes. If the life-threatening cholinergic signs, if the person having a life-threatening cholinergic signs, go for atropine can be given. So this is the Amanita muscaria. This is Amanita pantheriana. Next one is monomethyl hydrazine or gyrometria or helvela are the compounds, are the two mushrooms which is having this monomethylene hydrazine. So toxin is an gyrometrin which is hydrolyzed to mainly the toxin, name of the toxin is gyrometrin, but it will be hydrolyzed to monomethyl hydrazine at 87 degrees centigrade. So only affects the person cooking the mushroom. The person who is cooking the mushroom, he will be get affected mostly. And what is the main effect of this toxin is they chelate the pyridoxal phosphate and inhibit the reaction of B6 is a cofactor. Wherever the pyridoxal phosphate or pyridoxal phosphate is a cofactor, B6 is a cofactor in the enzymatic reaction, it will be get affected. Examples, you get synthesis of serotonin, GABA, such type of things. The B6 pyridoxal phosphate act as a cofactor where these things will be get affected by the this monomethyl hydrazine. So what are the clinical effects of this monomethyl hydrazine? Mainly relatively long latent period. They are having a very long latent period, 6 to 12 hours followed. After this only it will start producing the initial symptoms by vomiting, watery diarrhea, abdominal pain, weakness and headache. These are the symptoms of this clinical symptoms. And the severe cases notable for jaundice. If the cases has been very severe, then it will cause us jaundice, tachycardia, hyperflexia, vertigo, loss of muscle coordination, seizure, coma, such things can be happen. So hyperflexia is a condition where overactivity of the muscles in the body. So what are the treatment? You can for a standard decontamination measures. You can administer pyridoxine or vitamin B6 25 mg per kg over 15 to 30 minutes as an intravenous pyelogram, that is IVVP. So this IVVP intravenous pyelogram is a technique used to X-ray technique used to find out the effect or find out the functioning of some soft organs like kidney or such things, where you can inject some opaque some particular coloring agents like methylene blue or something, and find out how when there any damage has been produced in the kidney cells or such things. And that is why intravenous pyelogram has been used. And for methemoglobin, if the person develop a methemoglobin level is which are greater than 30% of the 30%, or the patients who present a symptomatic hypoxia, give methylene blue 1% solution 1 ml per kg IV for 5 minutes. So you can find out whether there was any damage happens in the kidney or such organs. And next one is the group 4 organisms like muscarinic, Cryptobacter and Omphalpotus are the two category of this muscarinic compounds. Toxin is muscarinin, which is stimulate the postganglionic parasympathetic fibers. As we studied, muscarinic receptors, they are the compounds which stimulate the postganglionic parasympathetic receptors. It acts like acetylcholine. So that is why it's a we used to call it as a muscarinic receptors. Muscarinic is a very slowly hydrolyzed to by anticholinesterase. The thing is, they will be slowly hydrolyzed by anticholinesterase enzymes present in our body. So onset within 30 to 120 minutes, it will produce the effect. Excessive pre-respirations, salivation, lacrimation, and PSL symptoms. PSL symptoms means primary lateral sclerosis can be happen. That is a damage happen to the neuronal cells. Bradycardia, meiosis, blurred vision, increased peristalsis, abdominal pain, and watery stool, because it acts on the gastrointestinal tract muscarinic 3 receptors and produces all this effect. So it produces almost a symptom, a clear typical muscarinic receptor activity. And severe case notable for hypotension and bronchuria and wheezing. So if the case is very severe, it can produce, we studied acetylcholine can dilate the blood vessels, so it produces hypotension and bronchuria. Bronchuria is 100 ml of sputum has been produced per minute. So and wheezing has been happened. So difficulty to breathe can be happen. So recovery will in 6 to 24 hours. It will take 6 to 24 hours to recover. So how we can treat is the standard decontamination. You can go for a decontamination. If the symptoms persist, you can go for atropine 1 mg to 2 mg to adults and children. In the below you can see the children with a different age group, what is the dose of drugs should be administered. Next one is the group 5 coprin. Coprinus atramentarius is the poison or poisonous mushroom. Toxin of coprinus is metabolized and inhibit aldehyde dehydrogenase. So they inhibit the enzyme aldehyde dehydrogenase. Ingestion in the is a asymptomatic unless ethanol is consumed in the following 2 hours. So mostly it will not produce any symptomatic effect. Asymptomatic even if it is consumed without ethanol. If you consume ethanol, automatically it started producing the effect within 2 to and thing is, you should be very careful if you consume this coprin mushroom for the 5 days. You should not consume any ethanol. Coprin clinical effects, onset is within 20 minutes to 2 hours. It started producing. If the person if the person consumes alcohol, it will produce the effect. Especially symptoms including flashing, face and neck, swelling, paresthesia of hands, metallic taste, and tachycardia is the major symptoms. Late symptoms including nausea, vomiting, and sweating. And severe cases, it include vertigo, weakness, confusion, and hypotension and arrhythmias can be happen to in the severe cases. Treatment: go for decontamination using mushroom recently. If the mushroom is recently ingested, because I told you, if you consume this mushroom, you consume alcohol, then only the symptoms, toxic symptoms can be precipitated. So if the person see that the decontamination is taken, if the person has been consumed or ingested this mushroom recently. And symptomatic treatment: beta blockers are sedatives for anxiety and tachycardia. Maintain the fluid and hypotension level in the for hypotension you maintain the fluid level in the body. Next one is psilocybin or psilocybin is a psilocybin are the compounds or the mushrooms which has been produces this one. Toxins are psilocybins and its metabolic psilocin is the psilocin is a toxin. Psilocybin and psilocin is a toxin. So it's a metabolic product of psilocybin. Psilocin is a metabolic product. Effects are of serotonin and norepinephrine mediated. So mostly they are affect mediated through serotonin or norepinephrine mediated. Blue staining reaction aids the identification. So a blue staining reaction can be happen. So it identify the you can identify easily by psilocybin poisoning by blue staining reaction. The onset of symptoms you can see within 30 to 60 minutes, occasionally as late as 3 hours is the maximum time the injection, or 5 to 15 milligram of psilocybin, and it can cause us that if you take the 10 to 30 grams of fresh weight mushroom, it contains nearly 5 to 15 milligram of psilocybin. Symptoms including hallucination, impaired judgment, hyperkinesia, laughter, vertigo, ataxia, muscle weakness, and drowsiness can be happen to the patients. Like hyperkinesia means hyperactivity or of the muscle cells, skeletal muscles. How can treat decontamination are not recommended, as this may increase the agitation. So as you should not go for decontamination, remaining all poison you should go for decontamination, but psilocybin you should not go for decontamination because it can increase the agitation. Rest and reassurance in a dark quiet room. So because it controls, it affects the mediated through serotonin level, so better give reassurance, rest and reassurance in the dark room. Consider benzodiazepines for severe anxiety. If the anxiety is severe, go for benzodiazepine administration. GI irritants, next to group 7, that is chlorophyllum molybdates are the compounds. No specific toxics has been identified from this one. Mostly mushroom causes more symptoms when eaten raw. So if it is cooked, it will not produce any symptoms mostly. So but if it is taken raw, the symptoms has been very common, but you didn't find out what is the toxin responsible for the toxicity in this mushroom. GI irritants is the clinical symptoms, mainly 30 to 2 hours the injection causes nausea, vomiting and diarrhea, and electrolyte disturbance can be happen in the patients. Treatment, decontamination measurements, antiemetics or antidiarrheal can be given. So as this have an if you should not be very careful of administering antiemetic or antidiarrheal. They may have an unpredictable interaction with the mushroom toxin. So you should not give antiemetic or antidiarrheal drugs. Because it may produces an unpredictable interaction with the mushroom toxicity, because most of the toxicity happens with the GI irritation. So vomiting and diarrhea is common. So don't go for an antiemetic or antidiarrheal drugs. Sometimes it may precipitate to an unpredictable interaction with the mushroom toxin can be happen. So this is the epidemiology of mushroom toxins in America. The poison control centers 9,208 cases per year. So you can see each cases how many has been happened, how many has been misconsumed, like for hallucinogens, such kind of things. So these are the different cases happens in the America. You can see 9,208 cases, mostly for poison control. So here we finish the mushroom poison. Thank you.